All right, here we are, rocking and rolling, sort of. Welcome to the Yes I Can with the Plan Business Building Academy live show. And sorry that we're hopping on, I think like a minute late, maybe. Um, I have a really nice speaker and camera setup system, and I wanted to adjust it earlier. Well, apparently, in my adjusting, I knocked the speaker a little cattywampus, and it's held together with like these little rubber bands, like kind of like a ponytail holder, and they came loose. So I'm sitting here like 30 seconds ago, trying to get my crochet hook to like come on, fix this thing. So it did not fix, and it's just sitting there. So I hope you can hear me, and I hope it's all good. As they say, the show must go on, right? But here we are, helping business owners can't talk, get more clients and better clients, get more accomplished in less time with less effort, keep more money in your pocket, and have more free time to enjoy life. So let's rock and roll. And bring my here. And we just talked about that. More sales, more profit, more time. So today, what we're going to talk about in this show is we're going to have our success alignment. I like to start with getting our mindset ready for success, because 80% of success is what happens between the ears. And we still need the other 20%, the strategies, the marketing, but we need both. So again, that's where my backgrounds in marketing and psychotherapy come in very handy. Then we're going to talk about some case studies, and I'm going to let you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you think. And then there's a free gift for you at the end. So I'm glad that you're here, and let's have some fun. So let's talk about success alignment. Just a quick little thing. But this affects how you communicate with people. Also, think about employees. I hear over and over and over again that employees are like the biggest pain point of owning a business. I hear that, like I said, time and time again. Well, think about, do you find yourself tearing people down or building people up? Now, of course, we have to be realistic. We have to get things done. It's not always a rah, rah, rah cheerleading session. Of course, we have a business to run. I know that when people feel like they're being respected and they're being built up and they're like, hey, you can do it. All right, well, this time you fell a little bit short, but I know you can do it. Versus, well, what the heck's wrong with you? Come on, you can do better. What's wrong with you? See the difference? I was driving to this office here this morning, and on the radio they were talking about how so many people don't even want to go to the dentist. I mean, obviously because of the pain, but they were talking about because the flossing, people just don't like to floss. 23% of people lie to their dentist about how often they actually floss. I thought that was kind of funny. And some people will cancel their appointments because it's like, oh, I don't want to be told by the dentist or the hygienist is like, you really need floss. You need to do better, because we don't like to be torn down. So we'll go into avoidance. We want to avoid pain, but we want to move toward pleasure. And I know employees specifically, think about how you're treating them, what your turnover is. If you have a lot of turnover, take a look at one of the aspects. Could be, how do you talk to them? How much do they respect you? If employees don't respect you, they'll steal from you. And that's a fact. If they do respect you, they're not going to steal from you. The likelihood of them stealing from you is maybe 1%. And that would be if they really, really, really need what you have, because they have more week than money, more time than money, and they need more money to make their to pay their bills. So anyways, thinking about how you treat people. And this also applies, I mean, not only your employees, but people in your personal life as well. I had a client a while ago, we were talking about this, and he was just extremely critical in nature, the way he grew up. He was criticized as a kid. He grew up to criticize others as a man. And he also criticized his wife all the time. And he said, well, that's just the way I am. I'm just a very critical person. Well, if you want your business to do better and you want your clients to respect you and you want to attract more clients and better clients, part of that is treating them like they're the most special person ever. And the person you really should treat as the most special person ever is your spouse. Whether you're a man or a woman, whoever your spouse is, that is like your most special person ever. And so oftentimes we can forget that. And I also believe how we do anything is how we do everything. So this is just a little between the ears kind of tune up point to bring in, better employees and make that aspect of your business run so much smoother, because I know that can be such a big headache. And then expand that into the rest of your life. Okay. Because life is meant to be fun. Okay. So let's talk about some advertising. Today's topic is about simple equals success. And there's a lot of do's and don'ts in advertising, and a lot of business people, they're just so busy. They don't take the time to really go through their advertising with the fine tooth comb. A lot of times they don't know what to look for, what to ask. So I've got two really good ads that I want to share with you. We're going to talk about some specifics. So definitely feel free to take notes, and because there are some really, really good points here. All right, so let's dive in. Feel free to give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you think. Excuse me. Okay, so the first ad, now this is in a little coupon book that is delivered to your home and probably your office, commercial and residential. So let's take a look at this ad. Now it shows like a little bit gray. That's just my camera. I couldn't get the lighting right, but it actually shows up nice and black and pops very nicely. And up at the top we have a nice logo here, Colt Grill, with a knife and a like a turning fork, a big turning fork. And it's a nice clear logo, easy to read. You get the idea, you know what it is. Grill, has something to do with food. And the knife and the fork, something to do with food, right? So that's nice, clean, and clear. If it were all by itself, you would understand what they do. And then we have some pictures of food. We have, looks like an eggs Benedict. We have eggs and hash browns, and we have pancakes. So, well, they certainly serve breakfast, right? And then the next line, we have join us for country breakfast, available daily, 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So is this eye-catching? Yes, it definitely catches your eye. Does it clearly communicate what they're wanting to communicate to their audience? Absolutely. Join us for country breakfast. So I get the idea they're probably not going to serve like yogurt and granola combo, but they're going to serve, like I said, eggs and hash browns, pancakes, eggs Benedict. Now we have a nice big star here in the middle, also very eye catching, because one thing you have to do when you're advertising is, first thing, you have to interrupt them. You have to get them to pay attention to what you're saying, even if it's printed, if it's verbal, whatever it is. You have to get them to stop what they're doing and pay attention to this. So we've got a nice big star in the middle that does definitely catch the attention. And also they do this with pictures of the food, the colors, and the spacing. So they did a really good job with this. So, and we've got pertinent information here coming soon to the Village of Oak Creek and downtown Prescott. That's pertinent information. And you have a card over here that says Colt Grill. Maybe it's a gift card or a punch card, or I'm not sure what that is. Maybe they offer, buy 10, get one free. I don't know. It doesn't say that. But it builds interest and curiosity. Well, do they have that? I don't know. One thing I want to point out here that's really important that a lot of people just don't know is notice how there's a hand over here. The fingers are holding the card. It has been proven that if you have a hand holding like a card or a CD or something, whatever it is you're trying to give away, versus, they could just have a picture of a card and say, buy 10, get one free, whatever. But if you have the hand in there, people can relate more easily because psychologically, the mind will fill in the gaps. Like, ooh, there's a person on that other end. That person has a card. I want a card. I want to know what that person's doing. Is that person like me? See? So there's so much psychology in marketing and advertising. So I wanted to bring that to your attention because it's so easy to do in your advertising. If you have some kind of a card that you offer, attach fingers to the photos because it's much more effective than just the card by itself. So good job to them. Okay, and then we have over here, so they have an offer. Join us for country breakfast. That's their offer. Then I like to have an irresistible, what I call an irresistible free offer. Something to really ooh, I want that, And especially if it's free, it really helps build interest and excitement. So their IFO irresistible free offer here is free cup of fresh roasted coffee with the purchase of any breakfast, one per person per visit, and then mention the ad and the expiration date. It's nice and large. You can read it, you get it. And I like that. So they have a nice free offer. Now, the only thing I thought, what could make that a little more enticing? I don't know if a free cup of fresh roasted coffee is really going to do it. I mean, it's just a cup of coffee. But on the other hand, a lot of people will do anything for free. They're like, it could be a pen. I'll do it. A free pen that costs you a quarter. To make this a little more enticing, free cup of fresh roasted coffee, they could include bottomless coffee or unlimited refills, something like that just psychologically, again, it sounds bigger. It doesn't cost you any more. I mean, really, what, a couple of pennies? I don't know what coffee wholesales for. But psychologically, I was like, ooh, free refills. It just sounds like you're just getting so much more than just a cup of coffee. So that's something to be tested in marketing. We're always testing. You could do a split test and leave one like this and have another one, unlimited refills. See which one does better. And people need to bring in the coupon and you'll see which coupon you get more. And then down here, with reverse print, you have a red background with the white print, with the hours and the location, website, and phone number. Pardon me for looking down, but I have to see the ad. So I like the way they have the red here with the white print. And then up here, they have a white background and they have red free. So it's a nice play with the colors. It's a nice balance and it's very eye-catching, which again, you have to catch their eye first. You have to interrupt them before they're even going to look at anything else in the ad, right? And red is always a good, I'm going to say always, but is often, if it's used right, it's a really good color to have in your advertising. There was a study done and people had, like a pile of 20 cards, and pick a card, and just business cards. The one with the red got selected like 85% of the time. So red is good. Okay, so I give this ad a thumbs up. What do you think? I think they did a pretty good job. It's nice and clean and clear. They didn't clutter it with umpteen offers. And you know exactly who they are and what they do and what they can do for you, right? So I think they did a pretty good job. So now, and pardon me, I made notes because I wanted to make sure that afterwards I don't like, oh, I forgot to mention this, I forgot to mention that. But I'll probably do that anyway. So let's take a look at the next one. Okay, now it's a double truck or a double page ad. And there's a lot of small print. There's a lot of pictures. You've got a starburst on the left side. You have a starburst on the right side. And I did break these down into each individual pages so we could go through each section. But I wanted to show you what it looks like when you first look at it. It's like, whoa, it's a lot. It's way too much. Way too much for it to be effective. And let's take a look at each page one by one so we can see what's working and what's not working. All right. Okay. So first on the left side, we have clearance sale on all furnaces, February special. Well, hey, everybody likes a clearance sale, right? Awesome. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Again, did they catch the eye? And yeah, that did a pretty good job. And pardon me while I flip my papers here. We also have a star in the middle, 24-hour service, never an overtime fee. Nice, I like that. They did a good job with that. And now let's take a look now I've crossed out their logo. This was their logo over here on the left bottom. And then their phone number or their website and a phone number and just, pertinent information because I'm going to be really dissecting this and I don't want to give anybody, anything negative. So we need to pay attention in our advertising when we're talking, who we're talking to, who's the target audience here, what is the medium, what are they thinking, what's on the audience's mind at the time that this ad is coming out. This is February. Okay. So certainly they may need a new furnace, and saving money on a furnace is always a very good thing. Excellent. Again, this is a medium that is sent to the homes in the mail, and it's like a little coupon book thing that you flip through. Being the consumer, now as I would be the consumer in this specific instance, if I were looking for a furnace or something, do I care what the furnace looks like? Do I even know what my current furnace looks like specifically? I know it's a big metal block. I don't care, right? As a consumer, I just want to know, is it going to be safe? Is it going to heat my house? Is it going to be efficient? Is it going to maybe lower my utility bills? That's what I care about as a consumer, right? I don't care what it looks like. I would get rid of pictures of the units. Now, if it were an industrial ad and you're selling to contractors who like want to see that, then maybe I would include what it looks like. But I would have to take a look at that. I would have to analyze that piece. But for the consumer perspective, I would get rid of it. Totally get rid of it. It takes up space. And you have pictures of the units right next to a family reading. Now, I believe what they're trying to convey here with the family reading is they're not worried. They're taken care of. They're nice and warm and toasty. It's family time. They're not thinking about the furnace, right? So I think that's what they're trying to do, which I would definitely recommend, because that it's not about the unit, it's about what it does for you, right? Like, it's not about the airplane, it's about, will it get me to my destination safe and sound and on time, right? Same thing here. But the pictures of the units right next to the family reading or doing something together, it doesn't connect. The mind is like, what's going on here? So again, marketing has a lot of psychology in it, so we have to really understand the psychology as well. Okay. And also a really good point here for the advertisers is, you could maybe get co-op dollars from your brands. If you just show the brand and the logo, they'll often have co-op money, which means they'll help you pay for your advertising. So hopefully your rep is looking into that, but I don't think so, because what I'm seeing here wouldn't qualify. But you should look into it. Also, they have spent so much money building their brand. Utilize that, piggyback on that and leverage that for your benefit. They've built up the brand. You put just the brand, just the logo in your ad, and people will recognize, oh, quality, reliability, forever guarantee, whatever it is. I don't know what these guarantees are that they offer for these brands. We do have down here a 100% 12-month something guarantee. And even in the picture that I have, it's so small and it doesn't work. It's kind of just crammed in there, and it doesn't work. It's okay, you've got some kind of a guarantee, 12-month, but there's another word to the left of it that's faded out. You can't read it. Okay, so that doesn't work. That needs to be cleaned up. And you've got a lot of real estate here once you get rid of these pictures of the units that you just don't need. Okay, so let's take a look at over here on the right side of this page. We have 3 different offers. $70 furnace tune-up, free 1-year maintenance agreement. Okay. And then under that, you have some really, really, really tiny print. And even with the actual ad here, not the picture, I mean, I have to get out my magnifying glass to try to read this. And it says, let's see, agreement included, new customers only, must present coupon at time of service, not valid on previous jobs, cannot be combined with other offers, the expiration date. And then what I have whited out here is they have their logo again and their name and their phone number again. And it's so tiny that you can't read the logo. It does absolutely no good. But it takes up really valuable real estate for those offers. And there's too many offers. It's like, do I want a $70 furnace tune-up? Do I want $100 off a water heater? $25 off any service call? But it's not really any service call because it's not on the maintenance. So it's a little convoluted. And remember, this is just half of the ad. We still have a whole nother page that's merged together with this. So psychologically, the mind is like, I don't know. And a confused mind says no, right? We've got a lot of cleanup to do here. Okay. So serving the entire Verde Valley, I think that's good. And okay, so let's jump over to the next page because we have some more going on there. And again, remember, these two are side by side. This is a double truck. Okay, so now we have a completely, brain switch, now offering online buy direct sales. Okay, that's a feature. What's the benefit of that? Why would I want to do that? And honestly, as a consumer, and remember, this is in a consumer catalog, I would be pretty nervous about picking something online. Like, I don't know what my house needs, and that's a little scary to me. So I would really need to, one, they're gonna save money, which is on here somewhere, $150 off. But what's the benefit? What's the big, ooh, I want this for buying, for offering online by direct sales? That can be reworded too, so it's cleaner and clearer and wow. So we need a wow, but we also need, what's the benefit? Why would I want to order online? Okay. And it says local licensed HVAC technician will answer your call. Then we have furnace sale over here, which is like, okay. But it's, I don't know, it's just it's not flowing. It's not wowing me. Okay. Now here, this is much larger than the actual ad. So in this black box, we have a lot of small print. Price includes installation verification. To me, that line is like, installation verification. What does that mean? You should know if you installed it or not. And again, as a layman consumer, not as a technician, when I look at ads and verbiage, oftentimes like with HVACs and with like attorneys and with doctors, I have to reword things to put it into consumer lingo versus industry lingo. Because when you're talking to the consumer, we need to be in their shoes. We're like, what's important to the consumer? What are they like? Oh, I wish I had. What's the pain that they're having that you can solve? And we had to put it in those words instead of the industry lingo. So, and that happens all the time. And it's just because that's what you know, right? That's your expertise. So, all installations guaranteed. One of the tests when you're taking a look at your advertising is, are you taking up real estate with statements that kind of like, well, of course, I would hope so, right? So, all installations guaranteed, isn't that a given? I would hope so. So I wouldn't take up my real estate with that in your ad, because like maybe all work guaranteed or something. And there's a lot of stuff to do here. Major equipment over here on the right says major equipment brands include Mitsubishi mini splits, Goodman, Bryant, and the manufacturer's warranty. Financing available on approved credit. That's great. All approved, all major credit cards accepted. That's great. No high pressure sales. That helps if that's true. Sometimes when people say that, it puts in people's minds psychologically like, oh, high pressure sales. I wasn't even thinking about that. Thanks for reminding me. So that can work, or it can bite you in the butt. That's something to test. Now, in this black box, in the actual ad, it's a lot of real small print. And one thing I want to point out to you, let's see, I'm going to go back here, okay? Contractors of all across the board, contractors who work with consumers, what's the biggest fear that the consumers have about hiring a contractor? Whether it be an HVAC, whether it be for the garage door, whether it be for coming inside to fix something in the home. What's the biggest fear the consumer has? Being ripped off, right? Being ripped off, being sold something they don't need, being overcharged. So in your advertising, you must convey you must create the perception of trust, trustworthiness, reliability, clean, it's safe. you have to help the prospect and your customer feel this is safe. This is a good, smart call for me to make. To work with these people, it's good. It's smart. I feel good about it. Okay. And small print does not do that, right? Small print says psychologically, now I'm not saying you're doing this, psychologically, though, for people, small print says, what are they trying to hide, right? We want to get rid of the small print. We want big, bold, proud of what you're offering, what you're serving. And again, get rid of those logos on the left page because they're taking up valuable real estate and too small to read. Okay, so let's go back over here. So, but I wanted to make sure that I made that point, especially for contractors, because you have that issue anyways of, I don't want to be ripped off. You have to convey trust. You have to help them feel like this is a good company for me to call and for me to hire. Okay. Okay. So now we have call us anytime to learn more about our innovative program to save you time and money. I understand what is happening here. It's kind of like an irresistible free offer to just kind of, it's a hook. It's a what we call a marketing hook, even though I don't like that name, that term hook. But it's a, hey, here's something to help you save time and money. Everybody wants to save time. Everybody wants to save money. I would reword it to make it pop better, to make it wow. And also it's a very weak execution. You could do so much more with that. But I don't know exactly what you have to offer, so I can't go into a lot of detail there. But that could be so much more powerful. Okay, then we have winter code savings at checkout, rock bottom, sale ends. Okay. You have 150 off our rock bottom buy direct pricing. I think it needs reworded to be a little more clear. It sounds a little too salesy. Again, remember you're marketing to the consumer and they already have their like BS antennas up because a lot of people have had negative experiences in the past with contractors across the board. So you have to work, double, triple time to make them feel safe, appreciated, valued. Not so you can't be salesy in your marketing because that screams, that just screams like it's, don't go there, right? It just screams, don't go there. Like think of like if you've ever bought like a car, it's like, oh, or anytime you've been sold and you're like, oh, I hate this, right? We like to buy, we just don't like to be sold. Okay, so now let's take a look at this at the bottom. It says new AC to me. Now, remember back, this is February, right? This is February specials in the Verde Valley, which happens to be in northern Arizona. February, people are not thinking about ACs, right? So really from October through March, it snows in northern Arizona. So they're getting snow and they're not thinking about their air conditioning unit. So is that wasted real estate? I think you could have something there that could be more pertinent, like what's on your consumer's mind right now? What is the problem that you can solve for them right now? And also, it's 6 months out of the year, that's a lot of wasted real estate. And then everything else on here is pertaining to furnaces. So, and at first I thought it was all about ACs. Like one side, the left side was I thought maybe the left side was furnace and the right side was all about ACs, air conditioning units. So I thought, well, half the year is like the half of the ad is like a waste of money. And I looked up the rates, and it's $1,100 a month for a double truck. That if half of that's wasted, that's over $3,000 a month or a year. So, but it's not. Anyways. There's just so much here going on that it's actually quite confusing. There's just too many offers. So now, I also want to mention this is probably done well with an advertising company. It's one of those mailers, and I know with advertising sales reps, their job is to sell advertising, right? They're not there to help you maximize your ROI on your advertising. Their job is to sell the advertising, because that's how they get paid. And I know, because I used to work for a very large advertising agency, and it was sell. They made it very clear, you're only as good as your last sale, which was just so much fun. But I loved my clients, and I wanted to spend a lot of time with them and make sure that their ads were up to date and they got the best ROI on their ads, and did my very, very best to help make that happen for them, and had a lot of very, very wonderful clients and relationships, and we're still friends today. Now, and I don't know who the advertising rep is that created this ad. Let's see, let's go back here. But one, they don't really have the time to go through everything and make sure that you're really maximizing your return on investment. Advertising should absolutely be an asset. It should be like a little salesperson out there making sales for you. It should not be an expense. It should be paying for itself. And I don't know if this ad is, but I guarantee if you rework this ad and with the points that I talked about earlier, your sales would go through the roof. Guarantee it. Now, to kind of defend the advertising rep a little bit, I know when I was selling advertising, I had over 1,000 customers, and a lot of those customers I would sit down with and try to go through their ad, make sure everything is current, up to date. And business owners are so darn busy. A lot of them would be getting up, they'd be taking calls as I'm trying to talk with them about their advertising. They're taking calls, they're getting up every 5 minutes to go put out a fire. And business owners just don't have the time to sit down and really go through everything, or they don't take the time. Their perception is they don't have the time. And they end up saying, it's fine, just run it the way it is, right? It's fine, just leave it. Even if it's not even working for them, they don't know if it's working for them. They don't know. They really need to hire or take a look, or just talk to a business strategist, like me, where we take a look at everything in the business and help you like streamline and help you focus on what's working. Talk about, what brings in the highest profit margin, and help you get your time back. Because I know as a business owner, it can just run crazy. You get to the point you can't see the forest through the trees. And I guarantee probably what's happening is this man or this woman, went to school, HVAC school, maybe worked for somebody else for a while, decided he or she wanted their own business, started advertising, started getting clients, had to hire people. And then you need trucks, and then the trucks need tags, the trucks need maintenance. You've got, 8 jobs on Monday and 2 of your guys calling sick. So it's just running around like crazy. And then next thing you know, that I have seen it again and again, and I'm not saying it's happening here, but next thing you know, is like the kids are getting in trouble, the marriage is falling apart, your blood pressure's through the roof, you're taking more and more medications, and you're just running yourself ragged. With sitting down and taking a look at the business and the marketing and find out, one, where your profit margin, where your profit leaks are, and plug those leaks, and then focus on the biggest items with the highest profit margin. Focus on that. Take back your time. And then you can take a look at things like advertising and make sure whatever you have is actually working for you and not just another expense. Okay? It's kind of like I see business owners get into this mode of kind of like, imagine you're building a house and you have a deadline and you're building and you have a screwdriver and you have a hammer and you're busy. Can't talk now, can't talk now. And you have this salesperson there, or just, this business strategist, if you will. And, I have a drill and I have a nail gun, could help you, increase your profit margin and help you save a lot of time. You could actually eat lunch again. And no, I can't do that. Can't do that. I'm busy building a house. I've got my screwdriver here and your hammer, and you're just working as hard as you possibly can. And it can be so much easier if you just use a drill and a nail gun instead. Kind of the same thing. We just get so focused in, we can't see the forest through the trees. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you. And again, take this information and make some changes to your advertising. I really think you have some good things going here, but I also see where there can be a lot of changes to make your advertising so much more effective. It should be working for you. And you have a good start, certainly have a good start. And like I said, just make those couple of tweaks and rock and roll it. And I hope that you are enjoying your time and your life and things are going smoothly. Because I don't know whose ad this is personally. And okay, so I'm going to stop talking about the ad now. Let's continue on. Okay, we have everything about that. Okay, so if you see an ad that you would like to analyze, if you want to send in, I call it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh, by the way, overall, I give this a thumbs down. They have some good ideas, some really good ideas. It's just, it needs a rework. It's a rework. Okay. Okay. So if you see an ad that you would like to send in, and if it's used, then you will get a free gift of your choice, whether it be a free class, a marketing analysis, a free product. It's just a lot of fun. And it's fun to analyze something that you have seen and that is pertinent to you. It could even be your own ad. I'm happy to do that for you. Just give me a call. Okay, so today we talked about alignment for your mindset for success. We went through a couple of case studies with those ads, and we went to thumbs up, thumbs down. We had one thumbs up, one thumbs down. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you, what you think. So the next show, we're going to talk about how to turn those dreaded no's into $1 million. Okay. And if you see something that you would like to talk about specifically, absolutely let me know. I'm happy to cover that for you. Just go to yesicanwithaplan.com/live show. And there's information there and links that we can connect, and we can take a look at your advertising if you like. So thanks again so much for attending today's show. I had a lot of fun. I hope you learned a lot and got something out of this. Again, replay and details and anything you need, just go to yesicanwithaplan.com/live show. Right. Thank you so much again, and have a great day. Oh, and actually, I almost forgot your free gift. Monday. Okay, there's a free video. Grab it, watch it, and it will cover a lot of what we talked about today. It's called The 3 Biggest Lead Generation Mistakes That Small Businesses Make and How to Overcome Them All. So it's a short little video, packed with information that to help you with your advertising, so you get increase that ROI, your return on investment. Go to academy.yesicanwithaplan.com and grab the free video for yourself. Okay. All right. Have a great day. And if you want to talk specifically about your marketing, I'm certainly happy to do that. Call lisalong.com and we can set that up. All righty. I think I have jabbered long enough. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye for now.